Hello, and welcome to a new EasyDigitals.com video tutorial. Remember, you can get all of our high-quality Photoshop and Photoshop Elements templates at EasyDigitals.com. And don't forget to sign up for our monthly newsletter. We give away free templates and tutorials each and every month, along with product update info and coupons. Okay, Kim, what easy tutorial are you going to show us today?
Hello! Today I'm going to show you how to customize these bobblehead cartoons. So the first thing I'm going to do is open up my background. And as you can see here, we have over in our layers, we have your photo here. We have our text in a folder. Then you can open and close that. And we have trees. If you want to use the trees, or if you don't want to use the trees, you can turn off the folder. Turn off the text. If you're using Elements, you will not have folders because Elements doesn't support folders. So you will see everything here. The reason I like using the folders is it just helps to organize and to not have so much space taken up in the layers palette. What you see here is that we also have like a night sky, and you can change this to any gradient that you want. You can make your own. So, you know, these are the presets that I have, but you can also make your own and change gradient. And you can also change the snow color if you wanted to make it completely different. I don't know, I'm just making this up. And then these also have inner shadows that you can change. And here, let me make sure you can see this. So you could change the inner shadow. And so there's a lot you can do with all of these. Another thing that makes this a unique product is that it has these shapes, which means that you can make this any size and you won't lose quality because it is a shape. And another thing that you can do with shapes is you can change them with the pen tool. So you come over to the pen tool. Let's say I have my snow layer, which is this one, selected. And with the pen tool, I'm using my control to click on this, and then it brings up these little knobs that you can change. I'm pressing my control and I can actually change my mountain. This is only if you want to get advanced, but I did want you to know that you have the ability to make a lot of changes here. Okay, so let's go back to where we started here. Let me just quickly show you how to change the text. Let's say you can change this to anything, but let's just say I'm going to change the name to Miller's, or you could change the font if you wanted to use a different font. As you can see, I have a ton of fonts here. So, and if you decide you don't like the way you change the font, you can change it back. And you can move these around by coming up to your move tool, and you can move all these different layers around. And you can change all the text in here and move them wherever you want. Let's go ahead and bring in our character. So I'm going to go File, Open, and here's my Nutcracker that I'm going to work on today. Now when I open it, again, if you have Photoshop and not Elements, you're going to see these folders, which makes it really easy to bring them over. I'm going to take this off so that I can see them both at the same time. I can just drag these over onto my background. So I'm just going to I'm going to bring the penguin too, so I'm going to press Shift and select both of them, not the background, and drag them over. View, Fit on Screen, and for my, I actually didn't put it in the right spot, so I'm going to drag it up here. For my Nutcracker, I'm going to make him smaller, so I'm going to press Shift and bring him down and move it over to the left and press Enter. And my penguin's over there, which I'll turn him on and scoot him over. Okay, so I have my Nutcracker and my penguin, and there's an option in the Nutcracker where you can have his arm extended, so I'm going to use that, and I'm going to go ahead and have the penguin in there. So this is all of the Nutcracker layers. So you can see there's a lot to it, and the reason that I've left so many layers is so that you can change the color of anything and you can really customize it and have fun with it. So what I'm going to go ahead and do first is I'm going to turn on the arm that is up so that he's holding the penguin. I'm going to take my penguin. I have the folder selected. I'm going to come over here to auto select group so that it moves the whole thing at one time. Grab my penguin and put him on the arm. Now let's go ahead and bring in our head. And I do have tutorials on how to extract, and you'll need to use that to learn how to extract the head off of the body of whatever you got. So this is my head and I've already extracted it, and I'm going to drag it in. And let's see, I'm going to put it right here where it says place your head here. And this is just a placement shape that I put here so that you could kind of get an idea of where your head would go or how big it should be. I like the heads to be big because I just think it makes it kind of funny looking, but you can make them to fit the size of the character, or you can make them big like a bobblehead. And this head I had already changed it to a smart object, so I can resize it as much as I want and not lose quality. So I'm just resizing it here. I'm pressing my shift key to keep my aspect ratio, and I'm going to press enter, and I'm scooting it over with my arrow key, and I want my head to be on the body, so I have to bring it down. So I may need to bring this beard down, in which case I will auto select layer, have that check marked, then it just grabs the layer and I can push that around where I want. So as you can see here, my trees are kind of in the background, so if I wanted to, I could just move them to the other side if I have room, or I could turn them off if I don't want them on there at all. And I can also change the color of the trees if I wanted them to be green or something. You can pick any color you want. Sometimes it's hard to grab stuff. Okay. I'm sampling the color, and I'm just going to turn this one off. Okay, let's say I want his legs to be green. See how easy it is to change anything on the uniform? And I grab the other leg and change it. And I might want to change his hat. And then his cuffs. Okay, and then I may need to move this text, and I can change it to say anything I want. And it looks like it's a little bit too close together, so I'm going to come over to Window, Character, make that bigger. And actually I'm going to change it. Let's see. Grab this one. Sometimes you have to mess around with this stuff to get Photoshop to be happy. Sounds like I'm getting a text message. Let's see. Again, I'm going to make it bigger. And I'll just change this to his name. And these lines are to indicate a safety zone. So I'm just going to take all this text. I'm going to press Shift, grab it all, not Merry Christmas. And I'm going to arrow it down so that it's in the safety zone. You can say Merry Christmas. And if this happens to you, then you just select it all and go back to the font that you want it to be. I don't know why it does that sometimes. You can have part of these words a different color. I'm going to grab them and then change them to red. And then you can also, this comes with a drop shadow if you want to turn it on. And now the card is completely customized. If you would like to add several characters to your card, you would do the same thing where you would drag the character over, resize, and place in the appropriate spot. That's all there is to it, so enjoy.
Hey, that was easy. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions about this tutorial or any of our products, you can always reach us at easydigitals.com. Have a creative day.